So talk to us about, well, first of all, who you are and what your business is.
Okay, so hi everybody. I'm Jamie Skoltetti.
So my name's Marcella Scher.
I'm a recovering CEO from Silicon Valley.
With my business, which is called Transformative Destinations.
I am a creativity expert,
Okay.
officially a certified creativity coach, which is something that most people don't even know exists.
I was the founding executive director of the Silicon Valley Association of Software Entrepreneurs, and I've built 5 multi-million-dollar companies.
Well, I'm a retired college professor and been trying to make the transition into becoming an infopreneur. Basically, that's somebody, as I understand it from my business coach, who sells content, books, training courses, things like that. And I've been making that transition for about 3 years now and working with Mandy and the group for the past year.
I am a Style to Sell image consultant. I help to empower women that are ready to take themselves on to a new level. So speakers, coaches, and authors.
And I have a company called Upscale Your Business, and that's the website, upscaleyourbusiness.com. And I help entrepreneurs, mostly coaches, life coaches, business coaches, career coaches, help them to make a presence for themselves on the internet and attract more clients and how to work with their clients and all this.
Okay, Maria Matthews. My business is No Limits Total Fitness.
When you showed up at our Confessionals group, I just went, wow, this is a real thing. So I actually walked over to you and I said, are you real? Like, are you really real?
You know me.
I did. Are you really real? And you had on sparkly shoes, and that was really impressive to me. Anybody that wears those kind of sparkly shoes has got to be cool.
And any words you would have for someone who's sort of on the fence about coming to play in the Insiders group?
Well, you know, I've always had a coach, even in my direct sellings, and I am a coach to other people. So if you don't have someone, or you know what I should say is that the right coach appears at the right time. And so Mandy has been there on many different levels, as well as the entire group, because there's so many different experiences and things that people bring to the table. So we have a great time together, and we learn from each other. And I just encourage you, you know, you've got to step it up. If you really want more in your life, that's why I came up with my 7 steps to upscale your image. And it's the same thing in your business. You have to think about, well, how do I up level myself? And Mandy's the perfect person to, you know, help you to step into that and hold the space for you to really grow and get what you need.
Right.
So I just had to understand that it's a different person and it's got to be a different approach.
And they're buying differently. Like you're getting the clients from Facebook or you're doing LinkedIn, and so they're not having to do this so they can get this bigger degree. They're just doing this because they want to change their lives.
And one of the things that you taught me was it's about them. You know, what's in it for them versus how great I am and my great content. And I remember my website initially was, well, Dr. Rich this, Dr. Rich that. And so there's all this wonderful content about me and my stuff and not really much about what's in it for them. So someone would go on my site and I wasn't approaching it from what's your problem and what's the solution I could come up with. So
You were a little hesitant. You actually unsubscribed from my email list after we originally met, and then came back a year later and said, I'm ready to work with you. So talk to me about...
I went to a workshop that was a weekend workshop, and you were there presenting, and I immediately knew that I was at a marketing event, so that I wasn't going to receive the content that I had signed up for. So what I did is, with the different presenters, I decided the people that I liked, and then I realized, you know, and I kept the business card, and I knew that when I was ready, then I could sign up for one of these bigger programs.
Before we started playing together, what was your business and your life like? For you, it's about big lifestyle stuff.
Yeah, well, when I first met you, actually, I had just started my business. So I think I was like 2 weeks into it, and I was out networking and met you at some event and was intrigued and started just following you like a groupie around town and stuff. And yeah, I just started learning little bits here and there, you know, like how to package and price my services. And, you know, I was really stuck in the dollars for my time kind of model. And that was not a very successful model. So that was like the first area where I got some help. And it was a little bit of a stretch for me to envision how I'd be able to pay a coach to help me. But I also saw the value in like a little investment, and it's going to pay off in spades, and it has done that definitely in my business.
So you did your presentation, and then I was really in 100%. And I said, well, what are you doing here? And I said, because I know you didn't come here all the way from where you live in Florida just to speak free at this confessionals event. He said, well, I'm having the retreat. And I said, can I come?
She did. She jumped right in. So when I first met you, you were like having other people's events. You were part of their events. And as like there's a dynamic when you create events with other people. And so now you've created an event with someone else in the group who we'll meet in just a second. And you both are able to the conversation for that partnership has been much easier. You guys are creating sort of more magic together with that event.
My business has had a variety of stages to it. Most of the time I was working with a couple of individual clients and then continuing to do a fair amount of contract work in the background. And the contract work was really what kept the lights on.
One of the reasons why I work with you is because during one of our meetings, in the group meeting, I got a clear picture of the possibility to inject personality. And I remember you saying you came from a very male-dominated business background where you carry a black suitcase, or a black briefcase, and you wear a black suit, and you're here wearing these wild colors and these tiny necklaces, and I'm like, what is that?
When I first started, I felt very overwhelmed by all these different technologies and social media platforms. I really didn't understand them, and I didn't understand how they could work together. And so so what's happened is, just by being in the group and meeting other people who are working these platforms, I'm able to see how it can work for me, or what is my style of doing this. I don't have to do it how everybody else does. So
I am a lifelong learner, and although I retired from full-time teaching, I haven't retired from full-time learning.
So tell us about that and how somebody can come and ask you for more information about that.
Yeah, so we've got this great concept put together about upscaling your vision, upscaling your life, and really creating more. So
That $1 million style, right?
yeah, definitely. Yeah. So
Even if you don't want to make $1 million like now,
uh-huh.
over a couple of years, $100,000 businesses will make $1 million.